recording?
Yeah.
Welcome to a town hall with Doug Siravo.
Any new plans for the production team?
We have a lot of great things planned. As you can see, the Fun Fact from Friday's been a great hit. We're doing Alumni Monday, Falcons Insider, and we got a lot of great things moving forward.
Take us through last season.
Last season we had a good run. We went 15-6. I believe we had one tie. Marino played well. If you think about it, he had a great year, great career year. But overall, I think if the team was able to score goals in the GMCs, I think we would have won a second championship. But I think that was a huge difference. Goaltending played well. Marino played well. William played well. Gleb played great. Foresta stepped up. Russo stepped up, but we need more offense.
What's the future looking like for this team?
On paper, I think it's going to be a little different next year. As you know, we're going to lose a few guys to graduation. But there's a few guys that I think have to step up. You look at John Bono, who's been one of the best JV forwards. So if he steps up next year and adds offense to the varsity team, I expect this team could hopefully make a run to GMCs, maybe get more experience and bring home another championship. We need guys from JV like John Bono to step up.
What's your favorite moment ever since you became a broadcaster for this team?
Well, if you look at it, we've had a lot of success since I took over. My favorite moment could be the GMC title, even though I wasn't there. Sorry, guys. My favorite moment that I covered, I've had a lot of great guys I interviewed. Brian Nichols, Sam Fishton, Scobie. Great interviews, Donovan. But my favorite moment had to be the semifinal goal with Sam Fishton. It was an overtime game, and he clinched a spot into a championship game. So that was really the first taste of success for this team moving forward. So that was really the starting point to a championship, because we got the experience. We ultimately lost that year, but we really got the experience moving forward.
Any updates on the banquet?
Honestly, we really want to have a banquet, and it all depends on how this pandemic folds. You want it to clear up, you want it to be done. I think the players want to have a banquet. I for sure want to have a banquet, be the MC. I'm pretty sure the coaching staff wants to have a banquet, but it all depends on the situations with this pandemic and what's going on. Obviously, we want to have one in person. It could be virtual. We don't know. My production team and I are discussing that. My great production team. So it all depends on what we have moving forward and the circumstances that we can do.
Who do you think can step up next year?
Who do I think can step up next year? A lot of guys moving up, but I'm really looking at John Bono. I think this is going to be his time to shine. He's proven it, and he's proven it at the JV level. But now he'll get more ice time at varsity with a lot of guys leaving for graduation. Zito, Bailey, they stepped up. But I'm really looking at John Bono. I think his JV success could translate to the varsity level. So there's a lot of guys that could step up, but I'm really looking at John Bono.
Next year is definitely going to be a last year for Marino Lupo and Gleb Fremyev. take us through what that could look like, considering since you'll be losing two good players.
I think when you look at cornerstones in this organization, when you have guys like Sam, Scobie, you had Kyle, you had Fishton, guys stepped up. Zito stepped up. Bailey stepped up. So when you look at this situation, two cornerstone pieces really, in Gleb, who could probably hold the record of most goals with 100, the way it's looking. He's at 78, I believe, or 77. You look at Marino, who's been great, won a GMC championship, have a lot of records. So when you look at this, I think those are going to be two pieces that are really going to be hard to fill. I mean, offense, maybe John Bono could step up, as I mentioned him. But goalie-wise, I think Berkshot can really, hopefully, lead the team to victories. He did well last year as a backup. He has 3 more years to go, so it'll be 2 with Marino graduating next year. So all depends who steps up, who wants it, who wants to win. And you have a lot of great guys, so it all depends on who decides to step up.
Coach Minter holds a summer camp during summer for the high school players. Do you think that will take place, considering the situation we are in?
Look, we have to reopen our country. This ain't a country that's meant to be closed forever. And when you look at the situations, NHL wants to continue the playoffs. NBA wants to come back. Major League Baseball wants to have a season. So if there's a way you could have multiple mini camps, maybe 10 per event, per camp, it could work. Maybe in August. It all depends on if Major League Baseball, NHL, NBA can continue their seasons. I don't see there's no reason why we can't have a training camp.
Any closing remarks?
We've had a lot of success with the production team. If you look at Falcons Insider, #1 all across Monroe. It's the most viewed. You look at the statistics, the polls, Falcons Insider has been #1. We have a great team. They're highly respected, highly intelligent, and they're doing things that a lot of people said wasn't possible. So I'm really looking to the future and the success